Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Woman killed in Knucklehead, 3 shot in Gregory Park. A woman was shot and killed in Knucklehead, Portmore, St. Catherine yesterday morning, while in a separate incident in Gregory Park, also in Portmore, 3 people were injured during a shooting. The incident involving the woman, who is yet to be identified, occurred in the vicinity of the bus park. Investigators had combed the area for clues. The other incident in Gregory Park, which is unrelated to Knucklehead shooting, happened moments after. Senior Superintendent of Police Christopher Phillips has confirmed both incidents. SSP Phillips, who heads the St. Catherine South Division, believes the death of the woman is linked to an ongoing feud in Knucklehead. Reporters are following both stories and will provide more details. NCU to continue virtual classes in new academic year. The Northern Caribbean University NCU is reporting that teaching and learning at the institution will continue to be held virtually in the next academic year, commencing September. However, face-to-face instructions will be provided on a phased basis to students who are pursuing courses with a clinical component or physical contact requirements. These include courses in health-related programs such as nursing, dental hygiene, and medical technology, among others. NCU suspended face-to-face instructions amid the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020. Noticeable increase in applications for citizenship from Diaspora, says Prime Minister.
As the government continues its efforts towards recovery in the pandemic, we also want to engage the diaspora in investment. We want to bring the diaspora here for business. We want our Jamaicans to see Jamaica as a destination for business. I would love this conference to focus on the business opportunities here. Our capital markets are doing very well, leading the region. Real estate is doing very well, leading the region. Business process and knowledge process outsourcing, leading the nation. We have opportunities in agriculture and logistics. Let us bring this massive resource in the diaspora to bear on making the investments that will cause our country to grow.
Junction welcomes free Wi-Fi. Residents of Junction welcome the opportunity to be able to browse the internet while on the go and to access data critical to educational needs in the St. Elizabeth town. The residents say that they have been able to access internet through a hotspot installed by the Universal Service Fund USF, but it was limited to the Junction Taxi Park. Colleen Dyer, Vice President of the Bull Savannah Community Development Committee, lauded the government for expanding the service. It is an awesome move by the government to provide free Wi-Fi access to residents of the area, Dyer told reporters at an official launch of the service. No longer will they be worried about being disconnected while being on the road while doing business online. Dyer is also encouraging the public, including students, to use it in a positive way, as it's for the benefit of all, especially our children. One of those students, Shakim Vidal of BB Cook High School, said that the Wi-Fi will be very helpful given the demand for internet service to facilitate communication and data dissemination. I have been using this public Wi-Fi since it was in the testing stages almost a year ago, and now that it is being launched officially, I am looking forward to continuing surfing for relevant information for my schoolwork, said Vidal. He further shared that he has been using the service in deep rural St. Elizabeth to access social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. Shelley Ann Ford, a vendor who operates in the Junction Town Square, noted that the service will be beneficial to children doing research as well as residents who cannot afford a data plan. Given what transpired in the early years of the COVID-19 pandemic, they should have expanded and launched the service a long time ago, Ford argued. Prior to Friday's launch, residents of the parish capital of Black River were granted similar access. The previous Friday, the USF, in partnership with Digital Jamaica, launched the Savannah Lamar Public Access Wi-Fi Network Facility valued at $20 million. In Hanover, residents in the town of Lucy are also now benefiting from another such investment valued at $15 million. JN Foundation grants $1.5 million to Cross Keys development projects. Residents of Cross Keys and surrounding communities are set to benefit from a $1.5 million grant from JN Foundation to boost an agro-processing facility and improve a community center. Chairman of the Cross Keys Development Area Committee, Smitty Reed, told reporters on Thursday that the project will assist in growing a community-based economic initiative. We have done a two-component grant request for assistance with our local economic initiative, which is our plant and chips project at an agro-processing facility, and to add some seating to the Cross Keys Community Center, said Reed. The agro-processing facility, which was recently renovated by the Manchester Parish Development Committee through funding from the Environmental Foundation of Jamaica, is expected to manufacture a diversity of chips and food items in the coming months. Presently, we are only involved in the plant and chips production, but we intend to diversify that, and we want to do sweet potato chips and cassava chips. We also want to gravitate to doing ketchup, added Reed. He said the grant will go a long way in improving the facility, which has a 7-member production team from the Cross Keys development area. The onset of the novel coronavirus pandemic 2 years ago had diluted the facility's production level. Before COVID-19, we did some 400 pounds per month of planting. When COVID-19 hit, it reduced our production to about 200 pounds, and then it went down further. We're hoping that very shortly we will regain high production levels, said Reed. He noted that the grant will also be used to expand the Cross Keys Community Center's playfield into a pavilion. According to Reed, residents from 4 communities, comprising 25 districts, utilize the facility, which hosts community sporting leagues annually. He anticipates that by the end of June, both projects will be completed. Reed commended President of the Mandeville JN Circle, Wendy Freckleton, for submitting the initiative to the JN Foundation. She helped us land this grant. We believe strongly that this is a grant that will be able to turn around our production process to produce more and involve more people so that the greater community can be served, declared Reed. RGD records to be digitalized on the NIDS. 2 million records at the Registrar General Department RGD relating to birth, marriage, death, and adoption created from 1930 are to be digitalized under the National Identification System NIDS. This follows the signing of a contract with Fujitsu Limited as the Office of the Prime Minister on Friday to facilitate the process. Noting the importance of digitalization in safeguarding the vital records at the RGD, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, in his address at the ceremony, said that the digitalized process will preserve the records and ensure correct documentation and verification of status. This, the Prime Minister said, is important for public accountability. As the society becomes more sophisticated and complex, in order to reduce the complications of accountability and security, you have to introduce technology, Holness said. So, when we say we are digitalizing our economy by introducing technology, it is about increasing our capacity to serve and take on complex function in a simple way, he explained. Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, Floyd Green, said digitalizing the RGD's record will make the process more efficient and enhance services. More importantly, we'll be able to have our people save money and improve the lives of our citizens, he shared. According to Green, the signing ceremony marked the completion of a 24-month journey involving a national and international procurement process where Fujitsu Limited succeeded with the highest technical scores. He added that the company will install the necessary infrastructure at the RGD's head office at Twickenham Park, St. Catherine, to facilitate the digitalization of records. For his part, Chief Executive Officer of Fujitsu Caribbean and Latin America, Mervyn Eyre, said the project is a pivotal step in digitally transforming the public sector to deliver citizen-centric services faster and more securely. To transform into a more trusted society, we believe we need a step-by-step approach that strengthens digital resilience at the core, delivers greater value to society through digital innovation, and ultimately creates new value through digital ecosystems, he said. NITS will provide a comprehensive and secure structure to enable the collection and storage of identity information, which will verify identity, facilitate the electronic signing of documents, and securely access a range of government services online. 4 women awarded by Rotary Club of New Kingston. 4 powerful Jamaican women were awarded on Friday by the Rotary Club of New Kingston for their stalwart contribution towards the development, growth, sustainability of Jamaica over the years. They are Audrey Tugwell Henry, President and Chief Executive Officer, Scotia Group Jamaica, and Senior Vice President, Caribbean North and Central, Alison Peart, Managing Director, at Peart Advisory Service Limited, Pamela Monroe Ellis, Auditor General of Jamaica, and Novlet Grant, Retired Deputy Commissioner of Police. Tugwell Henry and Peart both received the Gary Grant Award. Monroe Ellis received the Victor Rose Ethic Award, and Grant received the Rosemary Gibbs Transformational Award. Each awardee expressed their gratitude towards being recognized. Here's what they each had to say. I'm very pleased to be recognized in the presence of very strong, formidable, successful women, and I'd like to recognize my fellow nominees, and that has made the award even more special. For me, it has been over 3 decades of service. Banking is a very noble profession. We have gone through the high and lows of the Jamaican economy, and we still resolute and willing to continue to provide support. It is always a joy when we can step back and look at the impact we have had on individuals, companies, and communities. We continue to serve with a focus on building a better Jamaica, to build a Jamaica that we are all pleased to raise our families, our children, and build a legacy for the next generation. Stated Audrey Tugwell Henry, Gary Grant Award. I have more to do. It's so amazing I stand here with these women. When I stood there, I got a little nervous, but I have to say thank you. I have a lot more to do when I hear of the accomplishments of these amazing women. Alison Peart, Gary Grant Award. Truly thankful. Proverbs 22 verse 5 says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches, life, and honor. I wouldn't dare stand before you this morning and say that I can take full accomplishment for all that you have recognized me for. Simply put, the Lord gave me a cup, and He filled me with a spirit to carry on, and He provided me with support by way of my dedicated members of the Auditor General's Department, as well as people of influence in my life. So as I accept this recognition this morning, I wish to say thank you on behalf of myself and my co-workers for recognizing the work of the department. I'm truly thankful, Pamela Monroe Ellis stated. Phenomenal woman. I'm truly honored. I want to thank you also for putting me in a class with 3 phenomenal women. The people in here for whom the awards are given were never passive bystanders. They were very active, and that is why we hold them up as role models. And I thank you very much for reminding those of us who knew them and those who didn't know about them, about their work, their worth, and their conduct. My fellow awardees, it has been my pleasure and my privilege to be associated with you. Thank you very much, Rotary Club of New Kingston. I'm truly honored, stated Novlet Grant. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.